It's now time to turn our attention to the FIFA World Cup that is happening in USA, Mexico and Canada. And there's only one place to begin. For many of Cape Verde's players, Lionel Messi was a football icon they admired from television screens while growing up. Now, their dream has become reality. After making history as the smallest African nation to qualify for the FIFA World Cup round of 32, the Blue Sharks are set for the biggest match in their history against defending champions Argentina. Rather than being intimidated, the Cape Verdean squad is embracing the challenge, eager to test themselves against Messi and the reigning world champions on football's biggest stage.
We know we are from small country, but we knew also then we will come here to compete, and there is a lot of quality in our national team. Maybe for many of you, you think like the Cape Verdean player is not good enough, but we come here to show that we have a lot of quality, and we are here to compete, and our player can play everywhere in the big competition, in the big leagues.
I've always seen Argentina on the televisions whenever I was young, so yeah, for me it's a dream coming true. Obviously they have a great player like Messi and other players also. No, for us, first tonight we will enjoy, we will celebrate, and the next coming days we will focus on Argentina. But no, obviously it's a special moment, special game. But still, the ball's round. You could see it. We played against Spain, Uruguay, we draw. So why not?
Massive congratulations to Cape Verde and elsewhere. After securing a place in the round of 32 in their historic maiden World Cup appearance, Cape Verde fans celebrated a milestone that will be remembered for generations. Hundreds of supporters gathered at a watch party in Brockton, Massachusetts, erupting in joy as the Blue Sharks produced another resilient performance on football's biggest stage. Adding to the festive atmosphere was fan Oda Rodriguez, who brought along his pet goats, Vozinho and Vozinha, named after Cape Verde's goalkeeper, turning the watch party into a colorful celebration of national pride and unwavering support. Brockton, home to one of the largest Cape Verdean communities in the United States, has rallied behind the Blue Sharks throughout the inspiring World Cup campaign.
GOAT stands for greatest of all time, and that is Cape Verde.
I feel so happy that we still going. Nobody's gonna stop us. We're the best. Get video all time. Demoro Azul. Cape Verde, Cape Verde.
It's not the size of the dog in the fight, but the size of the fight in the dog. Midecha,
yeah.
Cape Verde. What a wonderful story it has been for them.
I mean, you know, to make it to the World Cup and make it this far in the round of 32, it has to be an exciting moment. I'm just glad that they've represented the small nations well. This World Cup is turning out to be the most exciting World Cup I have seen. Okay, I can't say since when, but it's just exciting. And yeah, I can't wait for them to play against Argentina. I think they're going to put up a very good fight, seeing what they did with Spain. You know, I'm confident.
Can Kenya learn anything from Cape Verde? Because next year we're going to be hosting the Africa Cup of Nations. Because you hear the fans, they're very bullish, buoyant. We can beat anyone. No one is going to beat us, and they're going to face the world champions
we
next.
have that belief. We need to transfer that belief to, you know, where we need to transfer it to. But, you know, when you look at a nation like Cape Verde and the problems they are having and the fact that they still have representation at the World Cup is what is just fascinating about it. I look at Kenya and we have so much potential. We don't lack talent. We have good coaches. But our structural problems just keep haunting us day in and day out. And, you know, it's not only in the men's football, it's affecting everything in the ecosystem of football. So we just need to get our house in order. Just that. And I think just maybe one day this will stop being a pipe dream.
It's easier said than done.
Yes.
Now let's look at Group L fixtures, because in a few hours' time, in fact, maybe in 2 hours' time, we're going to be seeing the games taking place. Group L, we have Croatia taking on Ghana. That's a mouth-watering clash, to be honest. Ghana, a team that fired their coach in April, all of a sudden they are fighting. In fact, they have qualified. They have actually qualified. It's all about where they're going to finish, second or third. Can they beat Croatia?
Well, it's going to be a very interesting match. It's a high-stakes match, a match that Croatia know they have to win. They're not exactly in the best of positions. So in this game, what I'm expecting is that the experience of Croatia might just probably help them through. They're very good in the midfield. However, on the other side, when you look at their opponent, Ghana, very strong physically. They're very quick on the counter-attacks. And I mean, they've shown us glimpses of what they can do. They just need to get it right in front of goal. And that's the game. That's what is going to determine this game. Who's going to score first? I am supporting Ghana. I won't lie to you. This has been my team since, like, you know, forever. But in this game, if they edge out, if Croatia edge them out 2-1, it's going to be very, very tough for Ghana. But they just might go through as third best losers. But just win it. Win it, seal it, and make sure that you get to the round of 32. This is the first time we're going to have so many African teams there, so I'm excited about it.
Now, Panama have played 5 games in the World Cup. They've lost all those 5 games. Do they have hope against an England side that has been ravaged by injuries? We know Rhys James is not going to play. Livramento has already been ruled out. Can England finish on a high, or will Panama maybe, because we've seen these teams, when they have nothing to lose, they just go all out, start playing good football. Haiti gave Morocco a scare.
Yeah,
can that happen in this game?
I know what you're saying, because that's the same situation that happened with Turkey and USA. It was, something like that. But England have to be hungrier. A lot of people were critiquing their squad going into it, and now it's coming to pass. And all those, Rhys James, who's not been fit, it's not a surprise that he's not going to finish this competition. He's not going to be playing this game. But Panama might just want to, leave injured and leave with a little bit of pride. Maybe, just maybe, they may cause an upset, but I don't see it happening. Honestly.
I hope they get inspiration from Capo Verde, because maybe they just might pull a surprise, but it's a long shot. Now, in that particular group, but of course, England is top of the group. Looking at England with 4 points, they're sitting pretty there. I think they're going to beat Panama, but it's here, second or fourth, where there should be a mouth-watering clash. If Ghana beats Croatia, they remain unbeaten and they finish with 7 points, and of course they advance to the next stage. As it is, Ghana have virtually qualified, so they're okay. Croatia are just looking to avoid defeat. If they avoid defeat, they should be home and dry.
A draw will be enough for Croatia to just go through to the next round. That will leave Ghana at 5. Of course, they'll have better points. Goal difference will not matter in this point, at this particular stage, if they have a better point difference. So probably what Ghana will want to do is get another draw from here, get the 5 points, and we're like, oh, guys, we've just qualified for the round of 32. You should see, I was practicing a Ghanaian dance that I can't show you right now because it's not exactly my talent, but Croatia need to win in order to make sure they go to the round of 32, because this goal difference is not going to work for them right now. It's not going to work for them. So probably if they have to win, and if they do it narrowly, like 2-1 or 2-0, that will be good for them, because now they'll have worked on their goal difference. But going through as third, you can't imagine the opponent they'll face.
Now let's go to the group of your darlings.
I don't know how this happened. We need to talk about it.
So are you going to support Colombia or Portugal? Because Colombia are after your heart. Portugal has your greatest of all time player, Cristiano Ronaldo.
The permutations of this match are very, very exciting. Both teams are already through. However, now it is who wants to go top of the table. Portugal are better off finishing second as it sits, because I don't think anyone wants to face. I can't say it. I'm joking. But the one thing that worries me about this game, I think Colombia might win it, because I've not been convinced by the Portugal defense. We saw Uzbekistan score against them. It was a beautiful goal. They're really pushing up, not holding it together, and they're not very quick on, falling back. On the other side, Portugal, Colombia, when you look at their history, Portugal look like they have an edge. Probably might win it 1-0, but they would be safer finishing second, because I want to see the action in the round of 16 for me. DR Congo versus Uzbekistan. DR Congo have no choice. They have to win it.
Now, the interesting bit about this particular fixture is that if Portugal proceed and beat Colombia and finish top of the group, they go to the side where they will face Argentina. Either in the quarter-final stage. Would that be what Cristiano Ronaldo wants? Or should they just just go, whatever comes their way, they just take it and go, maybe go to the next round on the other side.
I think they don't want to put too much pressure on themselves, but again, you want to finish top of the table and look like you've stamped authority. And then there's the issue of wanting Ronaldo to shine. So much is on his shoulders right now. On the other hand, Colombia have been looking so solid. They've been so good throughout the group stages. And I think they want to finish strong. So for this game, I am actually praying for a draw, and there's a reason why it's at the Hard Rock Stadium.
Yeah, I see one of our graphics designers ensured that DR Congo plays like, is that Paraguay or is that Croatia?
He gave him
that's Croatia. Hopefully they'll play as good as Croatia and get to the next round. But so far in that particular group, it's Colombia
Portugal
leading the group, Portugal second. If Colombia win, if they get a draw, they just need to avoid defeat and they'll be okay.
Yeah, it won't matter either way. Even if they lose, they have 6 points already.
But they need to win.
They need to win. It's not a matter of by how many, they just need to win.
Now, let's focus on Group J, where they are interesting here. And if they do, and Algeria also qualify, that means Africa is going to have 9 teams in the round of 32. That is history.
That will be exciting, but DR Congo, please just do it for the East African nations so that we can be happy. A goal will be enough, just 1-0 because it's 3 points, and then this table will now get exciting. We'll go to 4-4. Now it'll depend on who will now finish top of the table. Have you seen a situation where probably Portugal might finish third? No, because of the goal difference. That is something that's going to help them. And then after that, we go to head-to-head. So whatever the result here, DR Congo just need to win in order to book their place in the round of 32.
Now, in the last group, Argentina, the world champions. We're the greatest of all time.
Your greatest of all time.
No, he's the greatest of all time.
Yours.
There's no debate about it. There's no debate. This is a walkover here. I think it's a walkover. No need to talk about it. This is where the action is is going to be. Algeria versus Austria, because Algeria only need to avoid.
Must win.
No, they need to avoid defeat.
No, because you see, a draw will actually put Austria through. And then when you look at the goal difference, remember they lost by 3-0 to Argentina. So the goal difference is going to be a problem. And remember, in a competition where you are looking at the goal difference, Algeria is not in any position to draw. If they draw, their chances of going through to the last 16 are very, very, very,
they'll be okay. If Algeria draw, they get 4 points. 4 points will put them above Senegal. They'll be fine. They'll be fine.
We need to remember the goal difference is the first thing that they'll check, not even head-to-head right now. It will be.
It's actually head-to-head. Head-to-head is the tiebreaker, then goal difference.
Well, we'll see how that happens. But if you see they have -2, that means they need to win by more than 3 goals. So that will be the first thing. But if they get 4 points, well and good. Austria are very organized. They are tactically very, very good. I mean, you're talking about Ralf Rangnick here. He knows when he needs to win. Sometimes he actually gets it out. When you look at how they played against Argentina, please, Argentina was class by far. But in terms of the quality, Austria is way better than Algeria. The only thing Algeria will bring to the table is the physicality and the fact that they actually have good eye for goal when they want to score. But it's going to be a very, very tough match. I think this is the toughest match of the night after the Hard Rock Stadium, which is Colombia versus Portugal. But for Algeria, it's just a win, and a win. And hopefully, if they can get this goal difference down, it'll be good for them because they'll get a better opponent, will they, in the next round?
Yeah, if Algeria win, they finish second, and they'll get a tougher opponent. So maybe them just finishing third, they'll be fine. And here's why. Because in the ranking of the third place teams, they are outside of the best 8.
Yes.
Of course, there are 12 teams because of the 12 groups, but they're outside of the top 8. If they get 4 points, if they draw, they'll be fine. They'll be 5th or thereabout. Yeah, they'll be 5th because of the goal difference. They have a -3. So they'll be 5th. So they'll be okay.
It depends on how many goals they win. But now that will put teams like Senegal in danger because now they'll have to drop. And then you have Iran and Croatia. And then you also have to look at the permutations of Croatia and the game they're playing against Ghana. So here it's going to be just to see who exactly is going to go. South Korea, Croatia, Iran, and Senegal are in most danger to have. We might lose one of them, and it'll be sad to see some of these teams go, but hopefully Senegal can just have enough to keep them there.
Of course, Senegal, they look in a very good position.
In a better position,
the most important thing was for them to improve on the goal difference.
They did.
They have a positive goal difference. That's good. Iran, for whatever they've undergone in this particular edition, I do not want to see Iran go home. They look okay. Why not for all these sideshows? I think they would have given us much better performances. Now, South Korea, they did themselves injustice by losing to South Africa. They shouldn't have lost in the Queen of the South Derby. That's how I call it. They should have won in that particular game. But look at where they are. They are in jeopardy.
They are in very big trouble here. However, their goal difference is something that might just work for them. But, you know, when you're living on the line, it's dangerous times here. So if tonight Ghana and Algeria win, or DR Congo win, it'll be good to see European teams go home, and then we have more of African teams, so that we give them entertainment. Have you seen the stadium when Africans are there? Absolutely light.
Of course, all the African countries have made the World Cup come alive with the dancing, with the colors, vibrant colors, and of course, with the performance. 9 teams could qualify into the next round, into the round of 32. This is the first time in the history of the World Cup that we have in the round of 32, and the African nations have done us proud. Now, for the Night Owls, this is what you have been waiting for. Plenty of games that are coming up from midnight. So stay tuned, and hopefully your team gets to win. My name is Elijah Oko, and that's all we had for you in the Road to Glory.
Gladys Medeta, try and sleep.
Well, that's Sporty Notes on the road.